If you're a contractor or a home service business, do you even need a website these days? Not too long ago, hell, even like 5 to 10 years ago, a contractor or a home service business owner can make a real good living just from word of mouth, kicking ass, and doing a great job. And just the word spreads about the services that you provide. But these days, with the social media and the Google and all this online stuff, it's becoming apparent that as a contractor, you do need to have some kind of website. And on this video, I want to share with you guys why it is important for you as a contractor to actually have a website, but not just some ordinary website. You want your website to kick ass for you and actually generate business for you. And I'm going to share with you guys why it's important and how do you structure one correctly. What up there, guys? It's here once again with Get Busy LLC, helping contractors, home service business owners, and small businesses understand this online stuff to get their businesses found for the service they provide in their local markets. In this video, I want to talk about just websites in general. Is it important for a contractor or a home service type business to actually have a website these days? And in this video, I want to explain to you why it's super important for you to actually have a website, but a website that's structured correctly is going to serve your business, not just become some stupid brochure that's just sitting out there in the ether of the internet, like so many people, set up. As you're well aware, we've become more and more and more digital as time has gone on. I remember when I used to drive a concrete truck or when I used to work for Lowe's, talking to contractors, landscape guys, fence contractors, concrete guys that built in their entire business solely out of word of mouth. Granted, I live in a smaller town, smaller community. Obviously, people are going to know each other a little bit more. So there's guys that just kicked ass just from solely word of mouth, doing a great job, getting huge projects, huge jobs, and built big businesses that way. But these days, people go on like Facebook, people go on like Instagram, people go on Google. They look for these home service business providers on all the social media, on Google. They start doing that research, just start kind of like snooping around looking for businesses. And if you set up your business website correctly and structure it in a way that's going to benefit your business, and again, not just build some digital brochure that's just sitting out there, but actually formulate it to become an asset for your business, it's a great way to start building up more leads and getting your business out there in front of people who are looking for the services that you have. And the reason I believe it's more important than ever to actually have a website set up correctly is, again, because people are doing their research. Your customers are starting to do more research. They look for a business, they look for their social media, they look for their website, they look at the reviews, they just look at everything. And you really want to showcase what you do, while at the same time, you also want that website to go out there and actually find people that are looking for your services that don't know who you are, that don't know that you exist. So if you structure a website correctly, that's going to do a lot of heavy lifting. It's going to generate some kick-ass leads for you, and it's going to place you right in front of those potential customers. Now I'm going to show you guys an example as to how this whole thing works if you structure a website correctly. Let me show you an example. Now, in my humble opinion, the only reason you as a contractor or a home service business should even have a website should be to generate leads, to generate work, and get you more jobs. Period. There's no other reason for you to have that website. What you want it to do is you want it to go out there and do some heavy lifting for you and get you jobs for the services you provide in your market. So in this example, I'm going to share with you guys why this is super important if you do this correctly with your website. So the website I'm going to use here is an example of a contractor who's using this website correctly. So again, we've structured this website so it gets found. So when somebody's looking for an asphalt paving company, asphalt paving contractor, paving services, driveway, seal coating, repairs, any of that stuff in Reno, Nevada, so that this website will pop up on the search results of Google. The reason this is so important is because a lot of people that don't know who you are as a contractor and the services that you provide, or even know a contractor personally looking for the services that they want to get done, they're more than likely they're going to start doing their little bit of research on Google. And if they run into this website that clearly articulates the service that you're providing in your market, there's a high probability they're going to call you or fill out an email form, just like this. Now, this is something called search engine optimization. So you're optimizing the website to get found for this specific problem somebody's looking for, or for a search that somebody's making online, which is an asphalt paving contractor in Reno, Nevada. So if you do this correctly, word it all right, set it all up correctly, it's going to rank very well on Google search engine. Now, everybody start to talk about how great it is to get ranked on Google's, on the top 10 of Google's search engine. As more and more time goes on, really starting to believe that it's not as important as people say. You get bombarded as a contractor. You get bombarded every single day that you need to make fixes on your website so it can show at the top of Google search results. And as more and more time goes on, I'm starting to realize that that is complete and utter bullshit. Because what happens is most people gravitate towards this map listing. This is where we go. Think about it. You personally, when you're looking for a service, where are you going to go? You're going to go to this map listing. That's just what we do. And we click on here. We look at their pictures. We look at the reviews. This is just my town. There's not that many paving contractors in my town. This is where we go. Especially on the phone, this is where we go. We go to the ads, and this is where we go. Very rarely do we even go here anymore. I'm starting to see it, and I'm going to be completely honest and tell the truth because that's what I'm seeing. So is it important to get in here? I still think it is, but nowhere near as important as it is here. So the way that I theorize that this whole system works is that what Google's doing, it's trying to get you, the customer, not to go to these websites anymore. What Google's doing is with these Google listings and these map listings, what it's doing, it's reading the information off of your website and relaying it to the customer in this map listing. This is why it's super important to get this right. And what Google's search engine, and I know you're guilty of it, is you're no longer typing in the city name. You're no longer typing in the location. If you need carpet cleaning, more than likely, you're just going to type in carpet cleaning services near me. If you need junk removal, you're going to say junk removal services near me. If you need roofing repairs, you're going to type in roofing services, roofing company in my area, that sort of thing. We've become more accustomed, especially with the mobile phones, to look for to do searches, and whatever shows up geographically, we tend to trust and know that we know that Google's going to give us somebody good in that area on that phone, and of course on the computer, on tablets and all that stuff. But still, it's very, very important that you structure your website correctly with all the services you provide in the location you're providing it in, because what's going to happen is when you connect this to your Google Business Profile, that Google Business Profile is going to do all of the reading for that potential customer. And if you put in all the services you provide, it's going to relay that information to the end user. So let me give you an example. There's a tool online out there where you can mimic your location. I live here in the central coast of Paso Robles. So what I did is I did some searches as if I was actually living in Reno. So if I'm looking for a paving company in Reno, what would I do as a customer looking on my phone? So let's take a look. So one of the first search terms that I put in there is, let's say I needed paving done for a parking lot, right? I'm an owner of a business and I need to repave my parking lot. And I just type in paving company. You're going to see these three businesses listed right here. And there's Great West. There's this company right here, as well as their websites down here somewhere. Nope, it's not even showing up on there. See what I mean? It's showing up right here. And the reason it's showing up right here is because somewhere on this website, it says paving company. So it's relaying that information into the Google Business Profile so that the end user doesn't even bother going to the website. They just go to the web list, the Google Business Profile here. And if they want, they can go to the website. So I did another search, parking lot construction. That's all I did. So I mimicked the search of parking lot construction and my ass sitting there in Reno. There it is. Now you get that listing showing up again because somewhere in this website that's connected to this Google Business Profile, you're going to see that I've created parking lot paving in this location. So Google's reading this website and then relaying all the information to this Google Business Profile. So the customer, doesn't even have to bother going to the website. It knows that this business provides parking lot construction. Okay, let's do another search. Let's say my ass is sitting there in Reno again. I'm taking a look at my driveway, pounding a beer, and I'm going, you know what? This freaking driveway looks like shit. I need to get it fixed up and get it repaired. So I just type in driveway paving while I'm chilling there drinking my beer. And what do I see? Of course, I'm going to see the ads, and then you're going to see the local businesses. And again, there's that company again. And of course, it shows up here in the organics, but people don't go to the organics anymore. They do very little, but what Google is doing is reading is understanding that on this website somewhere, I talk about asphalt driveways. So, what Google is doing is relaying that information to the end user using the Google Business Profile so that the end user doesn't bother even going to the website. So, there you go. But like I said, you still have to structure your website correctly with all the proper information of all the services you provide. So, like, say, if you're a concrete contractor, you do driveways, you do parking lots, you do retaining walls, you do stamped work, you do decorative concrete, you do patios, whatever it might be. You build a specific page for each one that you provide that service, and you connect it to your Google Business Profile. Google's going to know that you provide that service. And therefore, when somebody says, I need patio construction in near me, your Google Business Profile will show up. You don't have to worry about the page showing up. Google's reading that for you. Google's reading that page for the end user and then just relaying the Google Business Profile to the top of the search engine. So there you have it. That's why I believe it's super important for a contractor to have a website these days, but properly structure it and set it up to help you benefit from the results you will get from that Google Business Profile. Because I strongly believe from this point forward, what is this? Mid January, I'm really starting to see that that's where customers are going. They're gravitating to that Google Business Profile. So, getting your website to rank on the top of the Google search results, yes, it's important to some extent, but getting that business listing to rank, that's what's crucial to your business. And where does that Google Business Profile gather up the information for the services that you provide? It gets it all from the website that you connect to that listing. And when people are looking for a local contractor or a home service provider or anything like that, like I said, we're becoming more and more lazy. Not that we're lazy, we're just more accustomed to how this whole Google search thing works, that people just type in the service and hit near me or search around them, things like that. And they're going to gravitate to that map listing and find your services right there. And of course, you still have the old school, you going out there kicking ass, doing a great job, a grandma sharing your service with other grandmas in a church, things like that. That will never go away. If anything, it'll be even better as time goes on. But in a digital age, when they're looking for a home service type provider, they're going to go on Google and they're going to go onto that Google Business Profile. But that website you create feeds into it. And then and it's still important that you build a really good website that articulates what you do in your local market and it gives them a quick call to action, fill out an email for, create a way to get in contact with you and your services to get things going. So that's why I think it's crucial for you to build up a contractor website that's done correctly. And like I said, structure the Google Business Profile to really start kicking some ass. And for those of you guys who don't realize how important that is, the possibilities of how many leads you can get, check out a video right here I created, which shows you exactly why it's important to set up a Google Business Profile. So if you guys need any help with the website, some of this Google Business stuff, check out some of the freebies that I give out. Just go to the description below. And that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time.